Hi, this is Chris. Welcome back to Sweet Acre Koi Farm. Today is April 30th, and we are coming back to you with another video because we're going to go ahead and clean up these drum filters today. And we went ahead and stirred up the bottom of the pond to get any loose stuff that might be down there. So that's been done. And we're going to pull up the drum filters over here. I can tell that the flow is not that great, so I'm going to go ahead and pull these drum filters up today, clean those, and the drum filters that are down here, we just cleaned them a few days ago, but I know they're already plugging up because, or maybe it was a week ago, I'm not sure, but we stirred the pond up really good, and to the point where everything is getting sucked into those drum filters. And what they do is there's two drum filters. It goes through a hose that has the pump. And then from the pump, it comes all the way up through here and then gets pumped into the top pond. But look at the flow on that top pond. You see how it's barely coming out? And do you remember what it looked like before on the last video? Yeah. There's a reason for that. And that tells me that the drum filters are full. And what it's actually pulling up is this. It's actually pulling up. This is not anything but algae. That's all that is. And what it is when the algae starts to grow a little bit, dies off, and then it just becomes suspended or sinks to the bottom. And I could tell because the pond was crystal clear. I could see the algae laying down there. And for me, I just wanted to get it all up and get it out. So I went ahead and stirred it all up. I clogged up the pumps on purpose, and I'm going to go ahead and clean them up, pull them up, clean them up, and then probably do it one more time because I'm going to stir the pond up again because I want to get all that old algae out of the pond. And I'm not worried about it being crystal clear. It will clear back up as soon as I'm done doing what I'm doing. And then that way, all summer long, they're going to have a nice clear bottom. It's not going to be filled with winter's dead algae, and that's the way I'm going to go ahead and clean that. But yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and get started. See, this is what I'm talking about. This is what I stirred up on the bottom. You see how there's a bunch of leaves? And this is like all just dead algae. That's all it is. But it's a bunch of leaves and stuff from the fall that weren't taken out of the pond, and all they're going to do is sit down there and deteriorate. And I don't want that. So that's why I stir up the bottom, let the drum filters suck them all in, and then what I do is I pull them up, okay, and I'll pull them one out of the water and the other one out of the water. Now the pump is still in the water, but once I get these out of the water, then I unplug it over here. And the reason I do that is because if you unplug it, then pull them up, everything's going to fall off. Well, there's not everything, but a lot of stuff that is on here would have fallen off into the pond. So you want to leave your drums going. It's not going to hurt the pump, you know, to be sucking in dry air for just 1 minute while you're pulling it. Not even a minute, seconds. By pulling them up and putting them over here, then shutting it off, it's really not running without water that long. So that's the way I do it. Otherwise, you're going to be doing this 7 and 8 times, and I don't want to do that. So, all right, now that I got them out, I'm going to go ahead and put them over there at the station, and I'm going to get them all cleaned up. Yeah, we've already got rain starting. Hopefully it won't stay too long, but I don't want to leave my camera out here to get soaking wet. So I will go ahead and get this all hooked up and get it going and leave my camera inside. And if it stops, yeah, it's starting to come down good now. Yeah, if it stops raining, then I'll go ahead and videotape it. It's still raining, but oh well. I'm underneath the awning here, so I'm going to show you how you put these back together. Okay, I got the black one cleaned off, and it just slides on. You've seen it in the other videos. I'm not going to slide it off again. But I've got it all cleaned off. Here's the green one. I'm going to put that on. And then all you have to do is screw it back on. Okay. Now, you're going to get a little wet. I'm going to try not to. But here's the piece that I need. I'm gonna try to do this so you can see it. Let me see if I can. Yeah, let me just see if I can flip this thing up a little bit. Here, let me hold this. And then, wait a second. There you go. There. Should be able to see it. There you go. Okay, and then all you have to do is just screw it back on. And it's super easy to screw back on. Unless you're trying to film it. Then, of course, you know, it's going to be hard. But there you go. Hopefully you can see what I'm doing. And there we go. Now, we already have one down in there, and you see how you can see the filter? I can see it. Hopefully you can too. But you see how it's nice and green? That's what you want to see. So I'm going to throw that over there. Let that sink. And we're going to go ahead and let our pump go down to the bottom. There we go. And now, since we messed with the hose, I've got to reposition. Oh gosh, this is going to be hard. This is not going to be. I fixed what I needed to fix. That was all tangled up, and I was pulling up the pump for this, which I didn't want to do. But it's sitting right here, and you can see, hopefully, let me get my head out of the way so you can actually see it. But you can see there's like debris on the pump. So I'm going to go ahead and pull this pump up today too. Clean that off and get that back in there. But yeah, I let you see how the flow is now. And that's what I'm looking for right there. That's the kind of flow that I want to see. Yay. So success on that. Now I have to do this one. While it's off, I will clean this off, get all that cleaned up, and then get these back in the pond, get them fired up. Then I got to come over here, shut that pump down. When I shut this one down, I'll go ahead and clean these and get these all back in there, nice and clean. And I will check the Awasa and make sure that that doesn't need a good flush, because it's been on for maybe 2 days now. So I'm going to check on that too. But we've got rain, and I'm not going to fill the pond up because I know we're going to get a lot of rain. So this pond will be full in no time flat. And you can see it's still drizzling out. And that's what I was working in the pouring down rain. So I'm completely soaked. I don't know if you can tell, but I'm soaked. But I'm going to go in. I'm going to go get some coffee, chillax for a minute, and then come back out there, pull those up, like I said, get that finished, and then check on that. And then I'll be caught up. But just wanted to do a quick little video on how I actually pull these up, wash them, get them back on, throw them back in, and get the system up running again. So you can see the waterfalls are running again. All right, thanks for joining me. Thanks for watching. I appreciate it. Everybody, stay sweet.